gonna be a special episode today. We are I am spinning off from RetasoCast to hold my own podcast because apparently no one wants to talk about pop culture. Gid. That was my earnest impression. Yeah, and with me, we still don't have a name for this podcast yet, but so today we're just gonna call it The Day We Were Reincarnated into a Pop Culture Podcast Based in Cebu. And like going full isekai. So this is RetasoCaster Bayani with my co-host.
Hello everybody, my name is Third and I am Bayani's outlet for his pop culture deprivation on the RetasoCast podcast.
Okay, outlet, that's enough of you.
Yeah. So I'm here to help him with his pop culture and geek culture needs, alongside his weird love for Zack Snyder.
I do not have a weird love for Zack Snyder. Like
you do.
Normal naman akong, he exists in my world and you are a Zack Snyder. I accept Zack Snyder. Anyway, we have a tech guy sitting here. Like, tech guy, show yourself.
Hello, tech guy.
Hey.
Yes. Who is not Ernest. Because Ernest doesn't know about this. Do you, Ernest? I mean, tech guy. All right. So we decided maghimomig podcast because while there are a lot of like channels that cover pop culture, this one is specifically for our mga kababayans here in the Philippines. Like, unsaon man nato pag-consume aning mga comic book movies or mga Star Wars materials na mga man ganit ay Disney Plus diri.
Yeah. So weird the Cebuano versions of the YouTubers nga makita nimo nga sa YouTube nga mo deep dive into these Marvel episodes, Zack Snyder trailers, or mga any other pop culture references nga imong mga na encounter.
Tech guy, what it a video, so dito pwede YouTuber.
Oh damn. Oh. Yeah, we'll put a picture on it and like we'll put the audio there. There are some YouTubers who do that. And for some reason they get a lot of views as well.
But at the same time, Sad, we showcase, and this is a start of a podcast where we showcase Cebu's hobby culture in the long run.
In the long run, hopefully maka-invite rin sa mga cosplayers, video gamers. What else do we want to cover?
Gundam collectors.
Yeah, mga Gundam collectors ka na mga tingin mo plastic models. Please, we are very open to having you guest here with us.
Bring your entire collection here.
Hentai enthusiasts?
That's... Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Can we bring
hentai on our people too.
What genres are we allowed to bring here?
I don't know. Depende na ni Kuya Ernest.
Kuya Ernest.
Yeah, what do you think, tech guy? Do you think we should tell Kuya Ernest?
Bagay na mo sa yung tingog pa sa inasus ko.
No, yeah.
Oh,
that fucking boomer.
Yeah.
So we have two main agendas for our episode today. Mag-story at WandaVision because Women's Month, and also next week na bang 18th?
Yeah, next week na Saturday. Is it Saturday?
15 Thursday man siguro.
Yeah, Thursday. So by Thursday we're gonna talk about Zack Snyder's
Justice League.
So kwan ra ba ni? One episode ra ba ni, or is it the entire 4-hour movie? And
it's gonna be. They initially planned it though na it's gonna release in hour snippets, but they changed their mind and then it's gonna be 1 4-hour movie.
Okay.
Now. Yeah.
How can people survive that 4-hour movie?
I don't know. Don't drink anything. Well,
drink anything.
How do you watch the Lord of the Rings movies? I can sit through it and then
sober.
My bladder is just held in by the pure like kanang excitement of kanang the world of Tolkien.
That was really like, imagine 3 hours, 4 hours per movie.
It's gonna be 4 hours like upwards.
Okay.
Ang Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Does it involve like animated scenes like Watchmen?
I don't think so. They're gonna be apocalypse scenes. I think that's what stands in for it. But I would prefer let's talk about WandaVision first because that's the thing that's kind of done, and then move on to Justice League because that's the thing we're anticipating.
Okay. But before Justice League, we could also talk about the other topic for Women's Month, which recently came out sa the movie.
Oh, Raya. The Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon, which is like Avatar lang. Pero yeah, we continue on with.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But first off, we're gonna talk about WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
How was it, Bayani?
I don't know. That's what a loaded question, but thank you for your question. Honestly, as a whole, I'm kind of underwhelmed, by the entire series, and I know that a lot of people liked it, but I don't know if it's the pessimistic naman dayon ko sa Marvel. Like Morag, I appreciate the movies, but they're not like I don't know. Is the word kino? Like
Kino, you're using that word
Yeah, I'm
on a
gonna
Marvel
use-
film? On a Marvel project?
it's like kanang I don't hold it to any reverence, but like I know what it is, and I still get excited when things happen and I get to watch them. But like ma-understand na ko ang criticism on it na it's very kanang product na kayo siya.
There's like a formula na good, no?
Yeah, there
You
is
could
a
really
formula.
tell nga, this is an MCU project like,
Yeah.
built by the same minds, 5G gihapon.
Yeah.
But to be ano, like the thing I appreciate about Marvel karon kay they're really smart sila kanang consumer nilang exploitation by forget.
How so?
Like they really know WandaVision and the Falcon if next
Falcon
month.
and the Winter Soldier.
Ila jung gi maximizing ilang Disney Plus nga profits good karon.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. Like in a way grateful sila nga nahitabo ang pandemic because this nahitabo ni nga everyone's cooped up in their homes watching WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and maybe Loki na pud.
I think that works for any streaming service because they're the only thing that can release things na safe to consume.
Yeah, but why aren't they doing it with Black Widow and the movie?
Because they wanted it to be a movie. They wanted it to draw in money. And kanang si Black Widow is a character you see in the movies, and Scarlett Johansson by herself is already a box office draw.
Yeah, no.
So kanang it would make sense na ila ng like why not a Black Widow movie? And yeah, people are gonna go see this siguro in the theaters. But characters like Wanda, who is already pretty underserved na in the MCU na main timeline, and si Vision, who is also like a prop person, kanang their only story really just happens in the background. So nice na lang said that they were able to give these characters their own spotlight. Okay, especially Wanda, who is like severely powerful kay na siya sa comics.
And she had like no time to grieve at all.
Yeah.
Imagine Endgame, Infinity War, na dust siya, diba?
Yeah.
And then ni buhi lang siya the moment nga nag-away na pud si Thanos again. She had no time to grieve about Vision's death. So like WandaVision is a good nga TV show pud to flesh out both of their characters. Bahalag figment of imagination ra si Vision.
No, he's part of the Soul Stone.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
Are we supposed to do that?
Oh yeah, spoiler alert di if mo kita WandaVision. Please watch
Sorry,
it.
we're spoiling the hell out of it now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
what was I gonna say? Unsay mong first exposure anong Scarlet Witch na character?
well, I'm not really into the comic book stuff. So, I'm the kind of like person nga I'm nag-grow ko sa internet, so I've known about these like kind of superheroes basta ma-mention lang gid sa kanang mga YouTube channels or Wikipedia ana. So I heard a lot about them, but sa Marvel nga kuan dito ko naka-first og kuan nga okay, this is a really cool character. Yeah, I really like Elizabeth Olsen said, which
Yeah.
crush you kana ako siya.
Tira ka niya. Tira ka.
Redacted.
Wow,
Yes.
you almost got trapped by the Women's Month. Like
No, I'm not.
We shout out Women's Month.
if mo consent si Elizabeth Olsen na mutira ko niya,
Yeah.
I would.
Same.
Illusion or with magic involved? Yeah, go on. I hope not.
And then muhilak lang ko na, it hurts, Wanda, it hurts.
Very protective runes day. The moment nga, climax na bang, I can't do it.
Ang akong first ni Scarlet Witch was actually an X-Men Evolution. You remember X-Men Evolution?
Is it the animated series?
Yeah, the animated series. Kanang Kuya Tech Guy, kaya X-Men Evolution, ning subay nakaana, yeah.
Oy, horny kayo to sila ng mga
Was it?
mutants.
Morning
Oo,
Cartoon
may
Network.
namduman.
Is this the Cartoon Network one?
Yeah, it was the Cartoon Network. You don't know about X-Men Evolution?
I remember that. I think nice sexual awakening na ito nga tayo.
Yeah.
Bastos kayo siya.
Yeah.
Si kanang Kitty Pryde.
I remember Rogue ato sad.
Yeah.
Like, okay, naditaw nga na.
Siya ang murag Prometheus version of Big Titty Goth GF. Like, siya ang awakening sa dagan nga tao.
Women's man.
Shout out women.
Shout out to women.
And then si Scarlet Witch sa dato na si Wanda. It's like all of her powers were reality-based na sad. And like, dagan kayo mag-emphasize on how powerful she was. And then by the end of it, she gets like a kanang butch haircut and then a trench coat. So she looks like a fucking queen. Like, vampire queen kay siya tanawon. So muna akong ano ni Scarlet Witch.
Pero sa WandaVision, like, she really dako siya
She's basically
potential nga.
before WandaVision, she was basically just the Jean Grey of like kanang MCU.
Yeah.
Na she just moves things with her mind and she can mind control people.
Wild cards itself sad. Dako kay siya potential for growth yun. Which is why ang WandaVision kuan gid niya hang character. Gi-flesh out gid maayo. And I really appreciate nga ang gibuhat nilang they gave her time to kuan gid, heal gid sa WandaVision. Even at the end, which a lot of people don't really like for some.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like? Why?
Honestly, kanang what my gripe with the show was the entire time. Like, why would you make it only 30 minutes? Na show na gani siya. This is also what I hated about Mandalorian. Na kanang give it an hour. You know, let these characters interact with each other, and then like kanang it doesn't all have to be set pieces.
Yeah.
Like, have the characters talk with one another lang. And kanang, you know, have B stories or nga na.
But Mark, I think ilan yun ang giplanuhan daan nga. There's like limited time na lang, no? Mark, 6 hours Mark, it's a 6-hour movie ra daw ang ilang mga projects.
Yeah.
I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah. And then that was what they said about WandaVision. Pero ako lang issue with kanang the 30 minutes thing. It's like limited, like the entire time I was watching it, I wasn't really engrossed in the thing that was happening like on the screen. Like more the entire episode, I'm like, this is okay. And then like even the jokes don't always land. But like I find myself na I have to see what the next episode is because it always ends up in a kanang cliffhanger. So,
isn't that like a good thing?
I know that it's a good thing, but para na ako, it's like if I realize that I'm not having fun during the episode, then what's the point of the show? I'm supposed to like the thing while I'm consuming it. And kanang for me, murag kuwang ra kayo siya. Like the jokes don't the sitcom world is interesting, but like maybe it's too childish lang sad for me to be like incredibly engrossed in it.
I think Disney Plus is like banking on the idea lang bang there are people on the internet. There are always going to be people on the internet talking about every episode of WandaVision after it comes out good. So, ilang giapas tingali kay, let's say, ang theory crafting, ang discussions involved.
Yeah.
That's why they always leave it at the cliffhanger at the end, gid ba? And also, it's like a return to form sa actual TV nga kanang weekly, and then maghuwat gitag maayo.
I don't know ba kaya kanang for theory crafting, I think you have to have a show na very deep ang iyang like pagka-craft. And like honestly, like personally, pagtanaw na ko WandaVision, it's like shallow naman ang iyang pagkahimo sa tanan. It's like, so what if you have a Strucker on the commercial or kanang unsa na like Hydra or whatever in the mid commercial. It doesn't really ultimately mean anything. And
but the viewers know nga they've been consuming this kind of ganang content for pila na ka years. So malingaw sila sa idea ba nga na reference ni, and then okay,
yeah,
na follow up din siya.
Yeah, but
so it's still
na
around.
reference siya, but kanang does it really merit kanang mga deep theories and mga I think Mephisto is the blah 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 blah.
I honestly think good bitaw nga I thought nga na si Mephisto sa WandaVision. The disappoint ko sa ending Pero naka-realize pod ko nga
That's why
this is a very
Mephisto?
self-contained story lang jud. This is all about Wanda's grief lang. Which I really understand. Okay, ambitious ra kay if ano naon ni mo hangin we have to think of the multiverse for a show of mga 9 episodes and then 30 minutes rang runtime. Are we really gonna talk about the multiverse and Mephisto here?
There was time, like honestly. Sorry, technical difficulties. Tech guy will cut that out. So
Okay.
you don't think na I multiverse?
Yeah, I was really
There was enough
expecting bro, it's still ambitious ra kay siya ano naon nga. I-insert na nila nga concept in a 9 episode show nga 30 minutes around runtime.
I don't know, bay. Kanang, like, there are a lot of shows that I can tell na I can get hooked and then they can get more complicated. Like, for example, just look at, it's not necessarily a superhero show, but ang Glow sa Netflix runs for 30 minutes. But you can feel na kanang complicated ang mga arcs sa mga characters and you follow it. And kanang, I guess different rasad siya because you can just binge the show raman. But I can tell na morag each episode I'm engaged like in the middle of it. I'm not going like where the fuck is this gonna go and then i-cut off na dayon when the big reveal happens.
The reason why nga comfortable ka sa Glow man good kay every episode is handed to you naman. Diba? Unlike WandaVision nga, you know nga this is gonna take you a week na sa to think over.
Yeah.
Unlike Glow nga, comfortable na lang ka nga, okay, let it go na lang. Like, okay, there's a question here in this episode, but I bet ma-answer na siya ng next episode. The moment I press like next episode.
No, but the thing rested to WandaVision is like that week of thinking over, it's like I don't know if it's maybe kana lagi na maybe I've seen too much of these movies or that kanang I can kind of expect na lang na dili siya nga naka-deep. And I'm right. And then it's like murag someone asked me to like analyze something from the show. Like, oh my god, what does it mean? And nasa like a crown sa ilang head. And I'm like, I don't
Crown
know.
silang head?
Katong the Scarlet Witch na headdress. Someone asked me, shout out Ate Elfeka. She asked me that. And then I went, I don't know. I don't think it's any Easter egg. I think it's just a visual cue to go like, witches have that. So if the witch had that one, then Wanda will get one too. And it's not really kanang worth an hour-long theory na, oh my god, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, and you watch Watchmen, Bea. You've seen Watchmen sa HBO.
Yeah, and the theory crafting at the put was very intense.
Yeah, and
Like smart.
that one is worth the theory crafting.
Oh, yeah.
Because mas careful ang paghimo nila ng show. And then you're engaged the entire time. But that's like something that I kind of wish WandaVision was.
Like surface level recitation, no?
Like, honestly, my problem. And like, I'm good with the kanang building on the Wanda's relationship and then like her reality altering powers na siya children na naghihimo or these kids real. But
and they even retconned her origin as witch na gina siya di ay to begin with.
yeah, and then like the Mind Stone like unlocked her powers kuno. So that's the retcon. That's so she was a mutant. No, that's what they're theorizing.
The first mutant.
Yeah, and then what I was hoping for, personally, like I didn't want Mephisto to be a villain because I thought na interesting na ang concept na grief ni Wanda is the villain there, and like murag since nag-grieve siya. And then she can't control her powers. It was just a result of her kanang grieving. That's what happened. And I was like, oh, that's good. But, you know, since this is a Marvel thing, there has to be a villain. And then kanang ninggawas na, okay, then na si, Agatha. And then, like, so Agatha isn't really the villain. She isn't the cause of, like, the whole thing. But, you know, she's someone for Wanda to go
force
against.
lang yapon siya. Yeah.
But I'm completely fine na dili nilagi si Mephisto. Like, murag, I think it's important lang sad to present the concept na like, you can have your own demons lang, na not a literal demon. Like,
Literal demon.
Like, who the fuck needs it? Like, murag, Marvel, like, these kids who grew up watching the Iron Man. What is that? These kids, like, they can be open to watching more mature things. And like, sayang na WandaVision could have been that, but instead they spent the finale. Just 70% of it was superhero stuff, where they're just like shooting lasers at each other.
Vision versus Vision.
Vision versus Vision is like some of it. At least that's a bit more exciting because they get to play around with Vision's powers. But it's not what I'm here for. Like the moments that I really really loved about the finale are the katong murag, them saying goodbye to the kids.
That was really
and
sad.
then them
Nihilak
saying
ni ko
goodbye
ako.
to each other. Yan, nihilak ka. Okay.
Yan, drip ni Vision na to.
Persevering good yung drip. I really...
Katong yung sweater vest. What's the meme? What is
drip if not swag persevering? Is that the one?
No, what is swag if not drip persevering?
Di ba?
Either way,
I have no fucking idea what... It's funny though.
But it's sad though. Like, luoy jud si Wanda. Every time mga episode nga na yung moments nga happy na unta siya, makaingon jud nga this is not gonna go well. Luoy jud.
Yeah, she's just being like and you can understand, and that can just be the villain in itself, you know. Do
you think Agatha's involvement was gonna nindot sa show?
I was into the idea because in the comics, Agatha is someone who teaches the Scarlet Witch to use her powers. Siya ang murag caretaker niya. And ninggawas na lang that Agatha only had like selfish purposes for it. But gikeep ra gihapon nila ang she's the mentor element because she's the one who teaches her, and then she goes into the deep dive of her memories and goes to like, what's the source of your powers?
And listen, okay, I appreciate Marvel right now. Mo na akong ganahan nila karon nga era kay they're keeping their villains. They don't kill them off.
Yeah, it could have been easy to just like shield zombie Agatha, then she turns into like a mummy, and then it's like you're done.
Yeah, but she kept her, diba?
Yeah.
Actor gyapon siya sa Westview, diba? Yeah, pwede na siya mahimong character mo recurring siya if mag Scarlet Witch 2 na sa nga movie. And siya ang karamang mentor figure niya, like avatars like Zahir, diba? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. I am familiar with the avatars and the Zahir and the Red Lotus.
More siya mangitagtabang, what do I do? How can I summon Vision's long dong again?
He was supposed to have a penis via in Age of Ultron. Gidemand daw to ni Joss Whedon, but then they realized that it's not gonna work, so they removed his penis.
This is a Disney movie, okay?
Yeah.
We don't do dongs here.
It's like, sorry, Disney. But, you know who was a good villain that they killed off? Like, si Andy Serkis, Claw.
Did they really kill him?
Yeah, they killed him in Black Panther.
Nakuha ba to siya? Like,
because si T'Challa had to kill Claw to prove himself kay Claw. Si Andy Serkis was one of the oldest enemies of Wakanda kay tigawat siya vibranium. And then ang gibuhat nila was he needed to kill him to prove himself. And then ang gibuhat kay si Michael B. Jordan ang nagpatay ni Claw. So then si Michael B. Jordan is further proving na I'm the rightful leader of kanang. Can I do that? Can I do accents?
You can.
I love it.
Yeah, so Mona, ang sayang because he's very entertaining to watch.
Ito, no? Wasted ba to siya?
From Age of Ultron pa lang.
Chaotic evil siya, no?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. I just want the vibranium.
Yeah. And he's interesting because, like, for example, si Wanda can't get to him because, like, kanang, it's like everyone's afraid of something. And then si Claw is like, we're a cuttlefish. I'm afraid of cuttlefish. And then, katong pag-abot sa Black Panther, he's like a crazy guy na katong heist pa lang is
unhinged na siya to.
Yeah, he's funny to watch. And then like the entire heist kasi Andy Serkis was like, why don't we have any music playing? I want music to play. Ganahan kay siya sound. And I'm like, well, that's cool. That's a cool thing. But they killed him off, and then that kind of sucks. Maybe there's a way for him to come back. See,
there's always multiverses.
See, Ultron himself was a very interesting villain. Like, magnetic ang iyang personality, or like voice pa lang ni James Spader.
Yes, MRK si James Spader good. Yeah. Like every time he speaks, memorize ko na ko yung quotes good. Sa trailers, like grabe na yung nerd ato good kay. I was really hyped for Ultron. Na-hype ko ni Scarlet Witch because na-hype ko sa Winter Soldier nga katong post-credit scene. Yeah.
And then what happened? How was Ultron for you?
Age of Ultron, how was it?
Yeah, for you.
It was mediocre, but I love the way they presented like new characters lang. And they sacrificed the plot to introduce ilang gi-expand ng MCU nga lore community gid. Kita kang kay new heroes na born na to, diba? Scarlet Witch.
Quicksilver
Vision
died.
Namatay.
Yeah, I heard that there was a lot of kanang. I knew that they had problems. That's why Joss Whedon quit though afterwards, was because Marvel wanted too many things to be put into it. Marvel or Disney. Basta the big wigs are usually the problem when it comes to these movies.
What's the plan there?
They needed to set up Ragnarok though with Thor. That's why it was necessary for Thor to go to his katong murag swimming katong cave.
Yeah, weird gito nga art.
The magic cave thing, and they needed that to happen though.
That's one thing na weirduhan ko sa Age of Ultron nga pacing ato nga. What the fuck was that all about?
Ang katong the farm thing?
Yeah, katong naghantan sa stones niya.
Yeah.
Kita nga siya vision for Ragnarok, which
yeah.
is not really that dark compared sa actual movie.
Apparently.
Yeah. When na Taika Waititi na nun to siya sa movie.
I have another grab about Thor Ragnarok, but WandaVision is our thing right now,
okay.
so
we should discuss the finale again. So WandaVision.
Okay. What else did I not say about it?
I read this comment nga sa Reddit nga si Vision versus Vision. Hindot siya nga away because the real the Figment Vision napil din niya si White Vision using facts and logic like it. I'm like, okay, makes sense.
Nakatawa dyan ko sa katong nihilom siya and what? Please elaborate.
Are you aware with the shape of these using a philosophy?
Okay.
Ingon si White Vision then naturally. More jigay ka ng nerd na jigay sila ba? Nga okay.
Just a bunch of 4chaners over here sending memes at each other.
Lagi mo itong gibuha. Hikap siya. Weaponized
Go.
Weaponized autism. But anyway, I really disappoint ko sa idea nga ilarang gi-takwil si White Vision after that one. I don't get the point.
I don't think ilang gitakwil, but I think he deserved a more of a kanang what the fuck is he doing now?
Yeah.
Like,
ganang mag-grieve pa man si Wanda.
Yeah, it's like
nga sa White Vision
like
ito.
so many things weren't explained. Ang kana where the fuck is White Vision? At least give us one where he's like walking on the road and wearing a hat and sunglasses and like kanang
Maga
magahat siya. Pwede siya nga dichotomy siya nga ni actual Vision nga left.
And maybe he's doing like some kind of bad accent like kanang I'm just trying to get back to Texas.
Pero wasted siya nga kuan si Vision and the other guy kasi Hayward. What you gonna appreciate?
Who, the military guy?
The FBI guy. I know, katong
Sword.
White Vision. The sword guy.
Jimmy Woo?
No, the sword
Sword.
guy.
He was the evil military character, which you could kind of tell.
Yeah, generic ra kay siya nga villain. I wanted more of him nga na siya kanang subversive nga kanang plot twist nga mahimo siya something or ambot.
I don't know.
Mura to corner siya ni Darcy. Gibanggaan na siya na dakpan.
Yeah, and Darcy was like didn't even get like a good send off.
Yeah,
she
wala
just
siya,
ran into him, and then it was like it must be scheduling conflicts na.
What? So unsa nga
Like
project?
Love and Thunder.
Maybe.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Pwede
but
mabalik
Kat
siya.
Dennings is probably busy, and then like Morag, oh no, we can't have her for kanang this shoot where and they can't just call her for reshoots because COVID na ba ang katong by the time. So like may na lang ganin na nahuman nila ang WandaVision in the midst of COVID. So
Appreciate sa nako nga di kanang kabaw na sa sila mabalik og mga characters ba from old movies.
oh yeah, that's something that Marvel needed to do. Okay, Morag, Darcy was one of my favorite characters from Thor. And like the only boring character in Thor, I think, is Natalie Portman because he's Jane Foster.
I really hope nga ilan ang i-flesh out no Love and Thunder.
Yeah, hopefully, Jude.
Kita ka nga fleshed out na kay ang arms.
Oh yeah, uy.
Rip na kay si
Swole na kayo si
like-
Naale.
Oh, we're like Anakin, I'm gonna save you na. Dili na ako.
I'm not sad anymore. like
swole na kayo siya.
I've regained the will to lift.
Swole me amidala.
Do you know where the 9-year-old boys are?
Taika ra ba gihapon? No?
Yeah,
Love
it's
and
still
Thunder.
Taika.
Sometimes nga I love nga Taika is like doing the MCU stuff. More criticize ako sa iyang kalang childish sa kayong
Love it.
Ragnarok yun. Like,
yeah.
they really needed to put risks gid ani.
But in terms of, I knew I said I wasn't gonna get into Ragnarok, but we're apparently getting into Ragnarok. Na kanang as someone who loved Taika Waititi's movies na kanang before Thor pa, kanang Hunt for the Wilder People, Boy, sa ba na Jojo Rabbit, kanang
What We Do in the
Thor
Shadows.
is really not his best work. And then you can't say that it's a Taika Waititi movie.
Yeah, out of kuan pud siyang kanang expertise niya ba?
Yeah. Like, obviously the action scenes, because what Marvel does though, is that they have a bunch of set action scenes now for a movie. And what they do is they call in independent directors and then they tell them, don't worry about the action scenes. Kami ni bahalaan na. And then muna ang nahitabo ni Taika Waititi. So you could see na kanang there are a bunch of action scenes na kanang decided na by the studio that these have to happen. And then Taika just directs the more intimate moments na lang.
Okay.
And then, ang akong issue lang yun, even with the more intimate moments, like, it didn't feel like Waititi was taking the movie seriously at all. And the humor wasn't even that, like, unique. Or it wasn't that smart na expected na ni Waititi sa iyang mga salida.
I kuwara sa ilang apas lang gid tingala ato no kay bring new life to Thor again.
Yeah.
Which is na-succeed gid nila. Kay
Yes.
Thor was really boring sa Dark World and 1.
But, I'm one of those people who actually ma-appreciate na ako ang Dark World. I like it more than the first one. Okay. Thordy has a fucking smirk on his face right now. Like, really? You like the Dark World?
Dark Elves.
Yeah, you know what I appreciate about it is iya jud gi try to flesh out ang kanang world of Asgard, and then kanang you can see Thor in different outfits. Like, this is Thor na I'm not in battle, I'm just like I'm walking around the city lang, and then you can get to see the kanang the taverns or kanang asa sila mag-inom or ingana, and you get to see more of that
world building no ato.
which is not in the first Thor. In the first Thor, you just get to see like the castle, what's inside the castle, and Thor only wears one thing whenever he's in Asgard.
Yeah, everything's like sandy biya sa Texas biya.
Yeah, and then when it came to the second one, like the world building is there na. You can see details like gamay ra na ang kanang lahi ang iyang costume maning lugar, but that kind of speaks to a whole world that we're like looking at na. And katong the Loki scenes are really good in it apparently, and kanang si Joss Whedon wrote them. And I really like that part where namatay ang mom ni Thor, and then like they have that serene like kanang funeral moment where the boats are floating.
Like Viking funeral.
Yeah. That was freaking fantastic.
Oh, okay. So, Merg, ni-appreciate ka sa moments of silence sa the Dark World. Like, room to breathe ba, no?
Yeah.
Na yung mga inaana. Unlike sa Ragnarok nga, everything's like happening all over the place. Pas-pas na kayo.
And like, kanang, the jokes all feel like they come off the top of someone's head na improv lang siya.
Forced na pa sa king uban.
Yeah, and then like, I didn't like na murag kanang, oh, it's my hammer, I feel very sad for my hammer. And then you're supposed to like, it's supposed to be funny because he treats the hammer like some kind of girlfriend, but like, at the same time, it's very kanang murag, there was a lore behind that bia, and it's like, I'm pretty sure the movie can still be funny without stuff like that, you know? And like, I really thought, Jude, na Thor had the potential to be Marvel's Lord of the Rings.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now that nanay colors involved, nga super vibrant na kayo lang style, and then charming pa kayo ang ilang acting padulungan. Nah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that anymore. Yeah. But you can kind of see that it had that potential early then, and I had no idea that people hated Dark World Bale. Okay, I was still in my kanang delving into the internet na type of personality, and then that happens for a lot of things, you know, that you like it, and then you just realize that everyone on the internet is like shitting on it, and I'm like,
Banwago na sa
what the fuck is happening here?
It was really wala dyan kito siya impact good for me.
Really?
Ako na-appreciate sa Dark Elves.
I liked how they were like designed.
Cool si Peter Capaldi, right?
He was not Peter Capaldi. That's a different Doctor Who. That's
who's the
Christopher Eccleston.
Oh yeah, that guy. Cool siya as a Dark Elf dito. Based siya na one.
No. He was kind of a generic villain, but yeah, looks wise, cool siya. And the elves with their kind of black eyes, and then like, I read somewhere that they designed them that the eyes are kind of low, so the actors are forced to like look up, para the elves will look kind proud, kuno. That's like, that's some pretty cool, like, that's some Lord of the Rings shit that I wanted to see more of.
But no.
But they only got like the New Zealand aspect of Lord of the Rings and went here. It'll probably be different, but
Featuring
the same.
Korg. Featuring Korg, the comedic rock.
Yeah. So, what's up? What else are we missing from the finale? No, notes not. Did you like number?
Go on, the ending, the post credits.
The one where she's just in the cabin.
Yeah. Did you know set up good siya? Like the entire WandaVision, you know bang it's a setup for the multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
So ang ending daw, katong the moment nga nagkuan siya sa Darkhold, there's a Doctor Strange music in the background.
Ay mo.
Yeah. So mer nag-tease na gid sila nga eventually maybe si Scarlet Witch ani mo go unga-bunga gini ka multiverse of madness daw.
Can you say that?
Like go crazy and shit.
Okay.
Kay, are you aware of Darkhold, diba? You've
No.
seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No one wants to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wala ko na human.
Everyone knows that kanang it's that time where it keeps trying to be part of the MCU, but the MCU is like no. Like
Naka sa ABC.
Yeah.
This is Disney Plus.
yeah, don't try to. We're not friends.
Ni try gid sila bit. They
Yeah.
tried. I'm sorry, they tried.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about this magical Darkhold.
Darkhold daw. It came from the god Chthon, like the god of chaos. The god of something dark. Yeah, once you take possession of it daw, okay, imong obsession kay mo fuel siya sa imong obsession ba. Which explains si Agnes daw, si Agatha Harkness nga. Obsessed kay siya sa idea sa chaos magic. Ganahan sa niya kwaon pod kay maybe na temp po siya sa power atong Darkhold. Kaya ang Darkhold man sad daw, makabasa ra ka na tagaan kag anyone can read it. Kay mo adapt siya sa imong own nga language and it gives you what you want. Yeah, Wanda gihapon at the end of WandaVision kay
She's looking for her kids.
Kids gihapon na pa siya wapo ginahuman nang iyang grief ba nay gamay nag-heal na gid siya like they finally said goodbye, a proper goodbye ni Vision. Pero murag napay mga lingering feelings ba. And then nakadungog mo tong ni call out niya anak
her
niya.
kids are calling out.
So pwede na siyang gi-manipulate na siya atong Darkhold, which is a really dangerous book. Kay that's the reason daw. Yeah.
It's just so funny because I don't give a damn about the Darkhold at all. And it feels like more like you're warning me about the apocalypse, no? Ang Darkhold, dangerous kayo. Wow, ipakidiris.
Like,
That's some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shit. That doesn't matter.
That's the only remnant sa Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. man good. I give it a chance na lang.
Do you think that they're gonna keep that story of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like they're gonna acknowledge any of it in the future?
I don't know. Maybe Clark Gregg's gonna come back. Kana lang tingali.
Oh, fuck that. He's not coming back. He's
Like,
dead.
So ito, Tahiti is gonna like be real. So itawag ka ng Tahiti nila eh.
That's not a real place. I thought Tahiti was like na-affect na siya hurricane or something.
Humbut kita na Agents of
Tahiti?
S.H.I.E.L.D. I really felt bad for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I really love Sky ba ya. Crush bitan ako siya.
No, I guess when it came to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you can feel the murag kanang wala jud paki ang movies about this. Like, they tried to make like a companion piece to fill in the blanks for you. But Marvel was like, I don't care about any of that. We're writing our own thing. Bahala ra mo dira.
Experimental sa gito sila pod eh.
And that's the same thing that happened with Marvel Netflix. Ang katong mga Daredevil, Luke Cage.
Luuya eh.
No matter how good you can make them, like, as long as they're not connected to the main universe, like, manotice na nimo and you feel that. Like, stupid naman sa
Out of place jud kayo. Gritty ba yun ito lang mga paagi, no? Like, it's too mature for actual Disney
Daredevil
product.
still had ninjas, okay? So, I don't know. Tech guy, hey, you like Daredevil, right?
Fighter man.
One or two?
Daredevil.
Two man to ni ninjas no.
Even the first one had ninjas.
One had ninjas. Yeah. Two was Elektra, diba?
Yeah, two was like the bad one because like Elektra's just so bad. But even in one, it's like I know that a lot of people like the Kingpin there, but if you watch like gang things like magtanaw ko Boardwalk Empire or kanang Sopranos,
Scorsese,
yeah, you can tell na murag kind of bullshit ang kanang. This is like what kids think gangsters are like. Like kanang si Kingpin is just like we have to settle a meeting with all of the leaders, and then like
nakuha gini mo.
And then all of a sudden,
Donofrio that.
and all of a sudden, Kingpin is also like, oh, I know Chinese too.
And where's Vanessa?
That's so
We're gonna
stupid,
simper
dude.
gid si Kingpin gina to.
Yeah, like you took her
Simple
away
ton
from
po
me.
siya.
Say, ano?
Mag R-word man to siya. Ng pagkatao dito.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, bitaw kay
He's
abuse
like a
man to siya.
he's like a
Abuse
baby
man to
child.
siya. Luis kay to siya.
Ganaan ko na yung gikulata si Punisher. Like, and then he did that action figure thing that he does where he slams his fist. And it's like, wow, they put that there. That's amazing.
He was the best thing, yeah. So he was the best thing sa Netflix nga shows.
Yeah, and
Season of Raya.
after Punisher came, I hated Daredevil na. Like, he's the fucking worst. Okay. Kanang si Punisher is like, you drop them, they come back, and I drop them, they stay down. And then, like, si Daredevil is, like, tied to the chimney and saying shit like, what you don't know, Frank, is that there's a light inside everyone. And if you snuff out that light, I'm like, oh, Daredevil, you fucking pussy. Like,
Talk no jutsu man to
like,
yun.
it's like,
Also, do it worked.
Frank fucking shoot him in the head, this blind guy, like,
Like, it was like a trauma to. Like, it's as simple as it gets lang mga, okay, make a point out of these two people, let them argue sa ilang mga differences.
yeah.
And it worked.
But he becomes super corny na, like, because of ningabot ang kana si Punisher.
Season 3 ba ang Daredevil? Naka-season 3 ba sila?
Tech,
Kaya sila dyan nakauna. Nakalimot ko.
I think that's where they season 3 was the one where they had Bullseye and then they made Kingpin return. And then they had Bullseye take on he's pretending to be Daredevil and then he's doing bad shit. And then like, nahimo bag porn star si Karen, ano ato? Ganun sa yung girlfriend, Karen Page.
Oh ba?
In the comic, she becomes a porn star because she's addicted to drugs, I think.
The Cure man siya, diba?
The comic is, what's it called? Born Again? You know, Frank Miller man siguro siya nga, no? Is it the Born Again storyline? Yeah, that one. Where kanang Kingpin figures out his secret identity and fucks Daredevil like from all sides, metaphorically. But the way Marvel Netflix shows go, could you say na higher jud ang quality na gida sa Disney Plus as compared to
kay the reason sad
ABC
kay
ones?
they have enough resources and budget sad nga muhatag ani. Nga ang platform nila kay walay risk.
Yeah.
Sila mawa.
That's the magical thing about the streaming services. Is like murag, that's where all the Star Wars is gonna come out now and the smaller projects because they don't have to pay for the marketing anymore or the distribution, so they can put out all the experimental stuff on the Disney Plus platform with minimal risk. And then if mauso siya, movie na ta.
Timing lagi kayo kay pandemic jud lagi.
Yeah.
They had no plans to release WandaVision biya karong nga year.
No, they had.
2021 biya to ilang plano.
No. Fact check.
Fact check.
The August was the original release date for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, with WandaVision expected to come out December. And then the pandemic hit, and then they couldn't finish Falcon and the Winter Soldier fast enough. But WandaVision was mostly done though. And then when they wrapped up somewhere later last year, and then even last year they were saying na it's probably gonna make December, but it didn't, so they released it kanang this year na lang.
Sakto na timingan gid sila jud. And the numbers are really good ba? Ang stats.
Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Because Anora said kanang Disney Plus is very cheap. Apparently, according to, because Netflix is like what, $15 I think dito sa US. Disney Plus is $6.99.
Yeah.
So
and
like
sad pud sa to.
it's less than half. And it's like that's not here, but I think gigauge pa nila ang kanang how cheap the Filipinos are. Kanang because apparently ang kanang piracy lagi, it's it actually helps the market because it's a ghost competitor. And then the more kanang based on the ratings of piracy in a country, that's where they'll decide pila ang rate sa imong streaming service. So
smart.
yeah. So that wraps up our WandaVision for part 1. We'll be back for Zack Snyder's Justice League after this break. And we're back.
Yeah.
We got into a really long tangent about WandaVision.
Yeah, because it's a really controversial ending.
Was it? Oh.
For fans who reached
I guess
a lot.
the Marvel shills really loved it.
Don't say that.
They got paid by Disney.
But I appreciate it, kay. There's more room for the future of the MCU.
Yeah, there's always more.
And I really hated it said, okay, Marvel really knows what's up. They know how to fucking milk shows good.
Yeah, and then like kanang it's good enough that wala siya haters. But then at the same time kanang murag, where's the risk?
Yeah.
How,
All too safe.
what about speaking of good enough? Kakita naman din ka sa Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh yeah, Raya. Raya was a really an emotional Disney animated film. Jud. Remember Frozen? Frozen 1 ha, not 2 kay murag. Ang 2 kay murag all over the place naman tong 2.
I like to, but go on. Proceed.
Raya, it's a really good movie kay na showcase ni flex gid ang Disney sa ilahang kana ganing animation nga prowess gid.
That's it.
Gibinuangan gid nila ay murag kabaw gid sila nga they know how to fucking animate. So gi-animate nilang shit on sand, water, every particle effect sa dragon. Everything is glowing gid sa Raya. Which is really nice. But my critique said kay everything is too fast sa movie.
Like story-wise.
Yeah, the pacing is an issue. You'll know it if makakita na mo.
Wapakuha kita, just for the record. Yeah, when this episode comes out, I'll probably have seen it already. And, But, so far, unsa pa? What else can you say about it? How's Kelly Mary Tran? I love her so much.
She's really great as Raya.
Mao.
Ang iyan kaya tingog match gid siya ni Raya gid as a character.
Yeah, she
is Raya. Not kay siya.
And she was actually cast right after because the original voice for Raya was a white actress.
Oh, no.
And then, I think white Sia. And I did all my research at that time. And it's like, oh, she's white. So they took Kelly Mary Tran. Do you think this is also, she deserved the role by herself? Or is it Disney's way of apologizing to her now? Sorry, we set the fans, the Star Wars fans loose on you.
Nah, I don't think. Ang yan lang just a role sa Jid. She's built for that set.
Yeah, she has a very nice voice. It's
cute
very
guy,
deep. I would think na she got the role pagani sa Star Wars. She started out just with her voice lang because very recognizable and powerful-ish.
She was really cute
like
sa Star Wars.
dominatrix kayo yung voice.
Whoa.
That's what at least I think when I read it. Because she also did a Star Wars audiobook.
So imagine Raya, if nanay mo ang giganahan.
Yeah.
Naamigas na kasi ang voice.
I'm a Kelly Mary Tran simp. No, I love her so much.
Kelly Mary Trani.
Right after kanang The Last Jedi, I immediately went on Pornhub and went chubby Vietnamese girl.
Women's Month.
Women's Month.
Shout out women.
Redacted.
Tiny Javana.
Anyway, back to Raya. One last concern. I critique lang kay it's too kanang it's Avatar The Last Airbender lang yun.
How could you say that? Thematically?
Yeah, thematically. Uniting people, differences, achieving world peace at the end. Though unrealistic sa Raya, Avatar did it better kay naman yun ka ng super philosophical conflict. Raya's I forgive you with your war crimes. You'll know it when you see it.
She gonna take her bending away or something. So Tines, ganahan man kay Tiny Japan is in the room.
Hello, Tiny.
Just calling Ernest right now.
Hi.
So,
ikaw, what are your expectations of Raya and the Last Dragon after hearing from 30? We'll watch it later tonight.
I don't know. Nothing can ever beat Avatar, in my opinion. So if you're trying to copy from Avatar, I'm kind of a gatekeeping.
Yeah, you are.
Gatekeeper, right? So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Avatar will forgive you if you watch Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, for me, Avatar was such a big part of my childhood or my teenage years, and I grew up on it, and it was such a well thought out story with really rounded characters that developed so well.
the blue aliens, no?
No,
No, it's Airbender.
Oh, Airbender. Sorry.
Now you have to recontextualize everything she said. Wait, so when you're talking about Avatar, are you talking about the blue people?
I'm kidding. Pero pwede yun sa beto, no? There's factions involved gyapon, nag-war gyapon sila over land. But no, let's forget about that Cameron movie.
Yeah, everyone has, but they're making 5 more of them, and the first one comes out. The second one comes out in 2023 or 2023.
I don't even care anymore.
It's Avatar. Who cares? But so How about character-wise? Okay ra ang mga Raya and the Last Dragon
Yeah.
characters. Like,
Like-
all of them are fun.
Yes, all of
Even
them
the
are...
Kung Fu baby, which I think is really weird.
Funny pa dyan, kaya diba, I'm using subtitles, man.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna mga hearing impaired.
Yeah.
Na term for the baby.
Yeah.
Con baby lang name sa kid.
What?
Because she's the type of kanang kid nga kanang negro sa slums.
Okay.
Nga mo atik siya using her like cutesy image.
Uh-huh.
Scam ka and then kawaton day mo hang pocket when you're like think cute na kanya siya
So
nga
is
kid.
this kind of an orphan situation where the
Yeah.
baby is like actually an old lady or
No, baby good siya. But it's Disney we're talking about, so anything can happen. Nama gani, kuan gani.
don't think too hard about it.
Yeah.
There's a dragon in it who can turn into a human.
Pero Aquafina is really great, said, as katong dragon.
I like
Ang
her.
kay siya.
She has a nice raspy voice. Like sa Farewell Palangani.
I have not seen Farewell, but I
Oh.
want to watch it. But...
Wow. Like, why don't you embrace your Asian culture? You
I have
fucking
yet-
race
I
trader.
have yet to watch Minari. Gani. Kita mag Minari?
I downloaded it. It's in my hard drive right now. I mean, I got it. I procured it through legal means, just in case you're wondering.
Anyway,
Okay, move on
Let's
to
move
one of the
on.
other main topics of the night. ZSJL, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Main topics, good.
Yeah, the reason we came up with the episode because ato manigi timing sa release of Justice League next week. So hopefully ang ato mga listeners can like get hyped on like Justice League, what details are surrounding it. So aware ba ka sa entire backstory aning Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Yeah, and I'm aware sa katong ups and downs and development.
Yeah.
The moment he stepped down.
Would you care to explain what happened?
And then I remembered Zack Snyder's kid
Yeah,
namatay.
20 years old. Si Autumn Snyder.
Yeah, it was
she
sad.
she killed herself.
Nag-old jud ako ato nga umaunsa na lang ni.
Yeah.
Like as if
While they
I
were
care
making
sa-
Justice League.
Oh yeah. Onya, mo to Joss Whedon stepped in.
Mhm.
Yeah, weird ki siya nga replacement. Nga naman ni, unsa man ni nga
Yeah.
pagka kanang crossing ba nga ano si Joss Whedon man.
I would think that because they thought, no, well, Joss Whedon was the one who introduced us to the Avengers, so we can probably do the same thing with the Justice League.
Yeah, easy ra kay siya nga comparison nga parang tawag lang siya ana.
Mhm.
But kaya it's the same formula gihapon ang gigamit sa Justice League
See,
and Avengers.
what do you mean the same formula? Like Whedon approached it the same way, or kanang
Lain ana nga style ba?
no, the characters just say funny things to each other, and
One-liners lang.
someone falls on someone's breasts.
Nay ana sa
Sa Age of Ultron, kanang si Bruce Banner falls on Black Widow's boobs.
Versa Justice League na.
And then Justice League theatrical. I've only ever watched it once. And then
Same.
kanang I got a copy of it to watch again, and I never ever like had the heart to finish it or like just begin again. Kay kanang my feelings for it went that was okay to kanang murag oh no, a lot of things like did not work at all. Na weird kayo.
Popcorn. And right, ma-feel gini mo nga there's like Zack Snyder's vision there.
Mhm.
Tang-tang na lang yun. For the sake lang nga the movie has to have a beginning, middle, and end lang nga tarong na lang.
Yeah.
Like pacing na lang ilang giproblemahan na to.
Yeah,
Which is really nice pod kaya I love the pacing sa Justice League. Okay ra.
the 2017 one?
The movie ba?
The-
Gibawi
yeah,
ba kay I know nga Zack Snyder kana siya moments na kanang like pareha sa katong Superman on a mountain
Yeah.
nga talking to his dad.
Yeah.
Kapoy kay to. But na moments kay naana ba nga dugay na ni. Oy, stop this.
The analysis of it is that si Nerdwriter on YouTube goes, Zack Snyder is more invested in scenes, in moments as compared to kanang actually building scenes where the characters can interact and be characters. So, muna ang, and then I don't know why, but somehow it translates to his kanang murag filmmaking style na, I think banga kayo siya when it comes to narrative. Like, as a whole, as a concept, you can see for example, sa BVS, makaingon ko na ambitious si Zack Snyder sa iyang gipangbuhat, sa iyang treatment sa characters, but narrative-wise, kay kanang, unsa na?
Jumbled, yeah.
I'm sorry, like, nag-stress narrative-wise, kanang, he really likes to take his time, and then you can see that in Watchmen, like, kudos na he's taking the moments straight from the comic and putting it into film. But does it work as a movie? Like, I can say na people who didn't like or have no love for the comic can go watch Watchmen and kanang go like, this is weird and like very long. And then I think that's also kind of what happened.
With the BVS.
Yeah, you would BVS. But the ambition is there. Like, you can see na he's trying to elevate the medium na he has harsh things to say about Marvel. And then ang iyang approach to his superhero movie is that it's not all fun and games. What they said was, if Marvel approaches the heroes as everyday characters lang and then they have imbued with powers, Snyder is embracing the element na kanang these are gods among men, and then they're kanang tackling the responsibility of being these supernatural beings.
And that's sad, no? Kay ang DC put nga mga movies kay kusog kasi sila mo mature kay ilang themes pud ba dealing with internal conflict.
Yeah.
Unlike kuan MCU nga mukatawa lang si Robert Downey and then everything's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't say rasa nawalay ka ng strict na character interactions, but it can certainly be deeper, or kanang it can certainly be more serious. Which is kanang with Snyder's case is like it went really really serious.
He takes time lang good. Dugan education.
But siguro what I think I want for him is that maybe he needs more of a partner when it comes to narrative. Like more like someone to tell him na this part of the story is kind of dragging. Because visuals pa lang gani, ang feels mga salida niya, they're very very good, and then those are the winning things about his movies. But story wise lang lagi, it's like I need to meditate or kanang put myself in a certain headspace before mo consume kung Zack Snyder nga movie. Like I can't just turn it on and like watch it. I have to be like mag-breathe ako, and then like, you know, make sure I didn't consume any fluids kay I might pee in the middle of this one.
Same sa kwan, diba? Kanang Martha nga line. How did you react to that Martha part?
A lot of people thought it was stupid, and initially said I thought it was also dumb. But kanang the secret to these dumb moments is like you have to think unsa ang headspace of the director and everyone behind it to think that that's good, and they keep it there. And then that way the thing doesn't feel as stupid. So kanang some others would say no, I don't get why people don't get the Martha thing. It's not he literally stopped because of kanang Martha ang giingon ni Superman. It stopped because
they have someone to care about.
Yeah, and like kanang si Batman so far has not been personifying so far ang iyang pananaw ni Superman is this dangerous
monster
god guy. So the moment that Superman says like more please save Martha, and then like more and then now Bruce is like thrown back to his thing where kanang it's not this is my mom's name, so he remembers that moment, and then like he goes into a panic now. Why did you say that name? And I know on the surface it feels stupid, but kanang on the very deeper level, which everyone was thinking at that point, kanang like everyone was making it was thinking, they were thinking there's like it works na kanang he's trying to Batman is snapped back to reality because of this.
Okay, so okay, the moment the Martha thingy happened, kina feel niya nga Superman is human sad.
Yeah.
Diba? The heart mo tingin ganahan ni kuan ni Zack Snyder nga stop the fighting. Nasa may mga people nga you have to care about nga Martha sa pangalan ko. Martha ginang name.
Only Martha's, no Julia's, no
Weird
Karen's.
execution lang ato. Awkward.
Yeah, it was awkward execution. I'll give it that. But you know, a moment like this exactly in another big franchise that I think everyone blew out of proportion. Kanang I Hate Sand. You know
it was a bad part, Nanjun said.
No. Kanang I know. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Na kanang everyone thinks it's bad and everyone thinks it's stupid writing. No, when Anakin in Attack of the Clones goes, I hate sand. It's coarse and it's rough and irritating. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks, why the fuck is he talking about sand? And even as a kid, I can kind of think, no, he's not literally talking about sand. Anakin is expressing to Padme that he hates where he comes from because gikan man na siya sa Tatooine. So the real intention behind the line is that Anakin is saying, I hate where I come from.
Okay.
And then we're here in your home right now, and it's beautiful, and everything is smooth. But me, I hate sand.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah. As a kid, I got that. I was like reading that. I mean, I watched that, and I went, Anakin is talking about himself. This is not literally about sand, which everyone apparently saw. And then, It's so crazy. It's like murag, and then it becomes a meme, and everyone keeps pointing about it, and it's terrible dialogue. But I don't know. It's one of these like murag, don't read it literally. It's saying something else. But
Okay. It's saying something else lagi, but the idea ba, the way it was delivered, kay casual na kay ni Hayden Christensen.
yeah, the
Delivery sa
not to be
acting
like a blaming. Just it's not everyone's fault. It's like George Lucas, who is infamously known for being not good at directing the actors. Now his instructions, though, while he was directing Star Wars, are just faster and more intense. Which nalo is Hayden Christensen because he's just fucking doing his job, you know. And then kanang no one is giving him any like, can you emote in this part? Can you read this part like this? And that's where it comes out na murag wooden siya. But that's also partly the responsibility of the director. Whereas compared to Lucas, who is kind of just more focused on the cool technical shit of it. Kay kanang ang Star Wars prequels, a lot of people like to bash the story, but it pioneered ang kanang a lot of modern filmmaking techniques today. Like everyone praises Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Nauna ana Jar Jar. Jar Jar was the first mocap character. And like what did the fans do? They tried to fucking bully him into suicide, si Ahmed Best. But he pioneered. He's a fucking like famous explorer. Magellan.
You really compare gani.
Ahmed Best is the Magellan of cinema.
Okay.
He got killed before he could complete his journey. Is that...
Apo na kung una ang Lord of the Rings compared sa
No,
Star Wars.
Phantom Menace came out in 99?
1999 man din, no?
Yeah. And then Lord of the Rings was early 2000s.
No, Jar Jar Binks man.
He was
really mocap good siya.
Yeah, he was mocap. He was one of the first mocap characters. Jar Jar walked so Gollum could run.
Or Gollum is just Jar Jar persevering.
What is mocap but if not Jar Jar persevering?
They lacked vision.
Yeah. the priority is to destroy the vision.
You have no vision. But anyway, moving on.
We're going back to Snyder.
Snyder.
Yeah. His daughter died, and they replaced him with Joss Whedon, and they released the movie in 2017 that we got with the fake Superman mustache. And you know,
weird man to. Yung sa man to nga part. Do.
Parang-
What your red flag for me?
A lot of
This
people-
is not going good.
a lot of people blame Paramount for that because Superman, see, Henry Cavill was working on Mission Impossible at that time, and he had a beard, and then he needed to come back to do reshoots of kanang Justice League, but his contract would not allow him to shave the beard. And then ang gibuhat sa WB is that they said, na, please, just let us shave the beard, and then kami ang mubayad na among i-CGI ang beard ni Henry Cavill back, and then look at how nice it looks na ingani. Because it's easier to do that, Bia.
Look how it.
But Paramount was like, no, the beard stays. And then they were forced to do that. They couldn't help it na lang na kanang they had to CGI around it.
Clarity yung blur effect yun. Like
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
moves.
And then at some parts it works, but in the some part because they give the shots out to different VFX companies or different VFX like groups, and then like they all come back, and then some people did their work where it's like, okay, this is a passable Superman face, and then the other one was like the one where it started where it's like Najay hide no food on his upper lip, and it's like, oh my god, this is so bad. Why did they do that?
Now that Zack Snyder Cut is coming out, what do you think will the future be? What do you think? Unsa na mahitabo sa future sa DC karon?
Okay, a lot of people, myself included, are hoping, Jude. It's a very thin hope that kanang the response would be so positive for Zack Snyder's Justice League that kanang they'll kickstart his universe, like they'll go back to where his universe was going in the first place, and then and that's why gileaker sa ng plots for Justice League 2 and 3.
Intentional to.
Yeah, that's like best case scenario for the fans right now. And also katong Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Did you like that movie?
It was very bad.
Yes.
For me. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hand that to good.
Because kanang
Waste of time to siya for
by
me.
Suicide Squad is kind of the first victim that kind of rippled down to the negative reception of BVS. So kanang ang nahitabo, Suicide Squad was supposed to be a dark movie. And then that was in the first teaser. Remember that I started a joke teaser sa Suicide Squad, and then it was like really dark.
Katong mga actors, the characters and all.
Yeah, it was gritty. It was before the Bohemian Rhapsody teaser. That was, if you want something close to the Suicide Squad no original, it's that teaser. And then,
it changed.
and then what happened was because kanang BVS was so negative. So many people who hated how dark it was. That kanang WB decided, can we fucking fix this right now? And then
fuck is their problem?
they decided to fuck with Suicide Squad na lang. And so what they did was they gave the movie to the trailer company. Kanang, and then the trailer company re-edited the entire film. Mona sila. And then like that's why there's just so much music in it. Because like klaro kayo that's how trailers like use music ba na snippets or siya. And then they decided to make it more fun. So they removed a lot of parts like I think superhero cinema is not ready for the concept of kanang women who sleep with multiple men. So in that movie, Harley Quinn is supposed to sleep with Deadshot, and then Joker is supposed to be a toxic relationship the whole time.
Isn't he toxic the entire time?
No, like in the Suicide Squad theatrical, it's kind of shown that he's kind of a redeeming boyfriend because he saves Harley at the end while she's in jail. So it's like, Puddin, you saved me.
Manipulative bullshit. Yeah. That's part of the plan.
Yeah, but kanang like the fact that Harley sleeps with Deadshot and they decided no, we can't have any women who cheat on their men to root for. That's impossible. Like
shout out Women's Month.
Yeah, Women's Month. Yeah. And then Diablo doesn't die. I don't know what else changes are, but I know that there's a lot more Joker shit na serious. And
underutilized kasi Jared Leto.
And a lot of people are talking about, like, even Snyder said,
is he really a bad actor lang yun? Or
I don't know if he's a bad actor. I think he's a very effective
actor. Jared Leto paradox though. Like, is he good or is he really bad?
Characters kay you have to hate them in the film ba? Murag throughout sa akong mga nakita.
Even sa Blade Runner, diba? Was he good or was he bad?
An asshole.
I don't know.
As per BoJack Horseman, like kanang who asked, I don't know, honeydew is the worst part of every salad that it's in. It's the Jared Leto of fruits.
Nato siya article. Speaking of Jared Leto, po, na siya yung headline na basahan ako nga. He wasn't even aware na may pandemic ron. I don't really know if he's trying to be based or kanang cringe gid.
Para na ako ba?
That's a segment kanang ipa-judge nato niya kung based or cringe ba niya sa kabutang.
Okay. We'll think about it in future episodes.
But
yeah, anyway, parang ako, Jared Leto is gonna Jared Leto. He's gonna be like clueless if he's gonna be.
There's even Mobius coming. Yeah.
Morbius.
Morbius. Yeah, I don't. Who ka ba unsay potential ani jud?
He's a vampire. Whatevs. It's like, honestly, I don't care. It's like he's a vampire, but it's Marvel, so now it's important. Like, it's still Jared Leto.
Jesus na po siya aning Zack Snyder, Snyder cut.
That's fucking.
We live in a society.
Like, I don't know how seriously Zack Snyder took that. Is it like a serious kanang murag? Shout out to my internet friends, like naminuang na siya, or if it was like a legit, we live in a society.
Kabagid siya nga, it would generate kanang hype mga meme culture at the good.
It's fucking hilarious.
Even katong movie circle jerk. It's a subreddit sa Reddit.
Yeah.
Mag-change mo na sila picture every time. Main. Ilang picture karon kasi Jared Leto nga will live in a society. Nga katong nilingi sa camera. I don't even know kung unsay plot aning Snyder cut.
That's gonna be, remember that nightmare scene in BVS? The one where Batman is like
fighting
he has the
Mad
vision.
Max
the Mad Max world. Because kanang the original plan for the 3 Justice Leagues that Snyder was working on, the first movie is supposed to be like the Justice League is formed. The second movie is kanang si Lex Luthor makes the Injustice League, and then it ends with Darkseid arriving and then basically killing all of the heroes, and then he begins the apocalypse on the world. And then the third movie happens in the apocalypse na we live in that society. Na kanang ingana na ang setting. And then kanang the entire movie is about Batman trying to like the team trying to go back in time to do like a time travel fix. Yung nga na. And I read that thing, and then like klaro kayo na kanang grandiose jud ang plans ni Snyder for his thing before all of it was cut down.
Wait, is it ever planned nga siya kapag mo continue sa kuan?
Yeah, it was
mga
planned.
GL projects in the future?
It was planned way before kanang they thought that BVS was gonna suck. Because apparently, when BVS was screened out to the executives, they gave it a standing ovation. And then it's like...
Na-amaze sa Martha nga scene. It was emotionally riveting.
Na, like, daghan na sa kay mada sa kanang internet voice where kanang, it's stupid. Like, morag... I don't know. When I thought about it, I went like, morag... Well, these people who made it are a lot smarter than I am. So maybe it's something I don't get. Like, morag... I guess mo na ako mentality. Like, I don't want to tell people that that's dumb. I want to, like... I'll try to get what are you trying to say? I know you're not a complete moron, but why do you think this?
The issue I had atong Martha, back to the Martha nga part na said, BVS said, okay, kato si Lois Lane was having a problema dito sa iyang kilid, di ba? She was like, nangita siya atong staff sa ubos, yan nalumos siya.
She threw it afterwards, yeah.
Nagproblema siya dito, wala ang duha ka, nag-story na sa like Martha.
No, she can't have been looking for the spear because Batman was holding the spear to his face while he was going, why did you say that name?
Forgot about that. Basta I remembered nga si Lois Lane nagproblema siya sa speakers. She needed help. Yeah, ang duha kay nag-internalize pa sila ng trauma.
No, when Lois was trying to get it, kanang nag-away na sila ni Doomsday. So that's why no one was there to help her.
Okay. Refresh na ako memory.
Okay, sorry. But either way, that movie is like, it could have just, the peak would have just been nag-away sila ni Superman o ni Batman.
Bito, no?
Like,
What's
it didn't need that dark side. It didn't need that Doomsday thing. Weird. And then they didn't really need to kill Superman into his second movie. Like, but, you know, it's like, well, we're here. And then this isn't what was happening. So how would you imagine na lang, unsa na lang ka moving forward? Mo na lang na. And what would have happened is like, it would have been a definitive end, I think, on kanang Justice League ni Zack Snyder, kanang Justice League 3. It kind of ends, if you go online, you can read the entire like leaked storyboard, and it was apparently scrapped because
you could link that sa atong description box.
We'll link it in the bottom na lang and you read it. But it was supposed to end na it's Batman's story, Jude, ang kanang this entire thing. Now the arc ends with Batman dying. And it's gonna sound crazy, but Lois Lane is pregnant with Batman's child. And like kanang Superman knows that it's Batman's child. And then there's gonna be a flash forward 20 years and the child will realize, he reveals that his father was Bruce Wayne. I know that sounds really stupid.
What did like where did si Snyder get? What's in his mind? Pwede sila mo sit in a room with Kojima together. They could make a good project dito tingali, no?
No. Well, I thought that it was a very challenging way to use Lois Lane because Lois Lane is kind of essentially she's just Superman's prop romanzad. Like what happens in the original, like the plan is Snyder before it was axed by WB, like you can't do that. The plan was after Superman dies, Lois Lane gets into a romance with Bruce Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne, who is like, I have no hope for the world, we're all criminals, Alfred. He falls in love with Lois Lane, and they start a relationship. And then what happens? They resurrect Superman, man. And then Batman is now in a dilemma because if he resurrects Superman for the world, that means he has to lose Lois Lane because kanang siya man ang original bay ni Superman. And what happens is in the Lois Lane is pregnant and then ingnan niya si Batman that the child isn't yours, it's Superman's, so you have to let me go. And then Batman leaves or something, and that's when the attack ni Darkseid happens, and then everything gets fucked. And then
wait, will we ever see this?
We won't see this in the first movie, but this was the plan for movie 2 and 3.
Sa Snyder Cut ba? Like right
Snyder
now.
Cut.
Are we expecting na yung mga connections ani sa kanang mga dark side thingies?
I guess there are gonna be connections because Snyder himself said na it's gonna be an open-ended salida. It's gonna be an open-ended movie. So whether it gets picked up or not, I don't think we're ever gonna get closure. But
do you think he'll be back? Si Snyder, mabalik yapon siya.
If WB just decides to be really cool about it,
Do they really hate him that much?
it's a big issue. And then like si Ray Fisher pa mismo ang
Oh my god, napan din Ray Fisher
si
na
Ray
issue,
Fisher is like he outed all of the kanang terrible executives ba. So either they reconcile with the executives or the executives will probably just want Snyder out of the way. That's why they're like
Lagot sige si Ray
I-release
Fisher,
na niya.
ano? Asa da daw? Like tell me about Ray Fisher's.
so I won't finish my Justice
Ano-
League 2 and 3
No,
breakdown.
the Justice League 2 and 3 breakdown. Pwede ba na makuhaan sa Twitter katong post?
Yeah, fine.
And we could talk more about it once Snyder Cut kanang maabot na.
Okay.
Ang
Anyway.
episode 1.
Alright, so basta si Ray Fisher kanang he revealed that everyone was kind of forced to be nice about Joss Whedon, like during the press release na kanang they all said na, oh man, Joss Whedon's great, and then kanang si Whedon was personally handpicked by Snyder though to take it out, and then I don't know why he suddenly just decided to come out, but because I think it's the Me Too movement na sad na the internet is backing Ray Fisher na. He revealed all of the details na kanang Whedon was an asshole on the set, and he was he was allowed to be that way by the producers John Berg and si Geoff Jones, and then si Walter Hamada said when an investigation was trying to make out if true claims ni Fisher, si Hamada was trying to gaslight him daw by doing something with the investigators or something like that. So he wants an apology and he wants them to address all of this shit that happened. And so far the internet is backing him, but these are very powerful people.
Wala pa nahuman, no? It's not resolved yet.
No, but si Fisher makes it a clear point na the reason why I haven't been sued by Whedon and Berg and all of the people that he's accused is because they know that I'm telling the truth. So we don't know how that's gonna end.
But dark gihapon dahil ang grim gihapon ng future sa DCEU, okay? They're gonna lose another cyborg na sad.
Yeah, and it sucks because he's kind of like the DC's Black Panther. He's their black superhero, and like grabe, he was at the heart of the movie though. So Justice League, and they kind of just they made his character like we'll have to wait and see jud unsang getting hype sa movie. Like I know that it's like 2 hours longer, but I want to see how essential jud the character is when it comes to this cut, because like we didn't get that much of the Flash in the Snyder Cut. Based on the teasers that we've seen, they're gonna focus on not only Flash's speed ability but also his ability to like
Travel time.
control time.
Yeah.
So there's the teaser where he goes I'm all it's all right now, like more he's having some kind of weird time thing.
They could even like explain katong part nga Flash was like inside patong Batman. Natog siya, gipukaw siya.
Yeah.
And like there's this weird future happening.
But to continue back on the Justice League background, that thing happens, and then apparently the time travel thing, they can only attempt that once a year because the Earth has to be exactly where it was the year before for the cosmic treadmill to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is like maybe they use it once and then he went too early. And then it's like murag si Flash doesn't know what to do, so he goes like it's Lois Lane. Lois is the key, and then in Justice League 3 we get to see them attempt it again. So while like murag nag swarm na ang Batcave, and then see if Flash uses the his thingy, like he goes into that moment where Lois tells Batman na the baby is not yours, and then so Flash comes back to that time and says like Lois is lying, the baby is yours, ingana, and then that's what saves the entire timeline.
So Marisha, that's supposed to be a hint for future projects katong apart sa katong Flash appearing ni Batman.
No, it's that was the hint of it. Like because kanang the second movie was supposed to feature all the League members dying, and it's not them turning into dust. It's them fucking dying. Like kanang si Aquaman gets killed and si Wonder Woman gets killed and like
But time travel's involved na, you know.
yeah. And,
Pero it's not
and
dead
it's
gihapon.
and it's very like maka-appreciate na lang ko sa how original and then how risky jud siya kanang I believed in it like Mariana. But if I had a gripe with his original plan, Superman is kind of a prop throughout the entire thing. So first they resurrect him in the first movie, and then he spends a good chunk of the trilogy just controlled by Darkseid, and they're just afraid of him. And then they save him, and then he's just now he's just the OP guy again, and he stops all the shitty things from happening, and Darkseid is once again scared, and it's like he leaves.
Who's gonna be mugamit ni Darkseid? Kinsa si Darkseid? Like
He's not an A-list actor. He's I think stuntman's here. Ray.
Oh, dili siya kuan.
Ray
Big
Porter
guy.
is his name. Oh my god, I'm not. My phone just died. That's what you heard a while ago. So kanang, I would say he's Ray Porter, but he's been very vocal about, hey, I was actually Darkseid. That's me. And not just Twitter. I think Ray Porter.
So will we see more about him no sa Snyder Cut? No?
Yeah, we'll see him in the
Like
Snyder
post-credit
Cut. I'm
scene.
excited. And then there's even Granny Goodness, the child soldier Razor, and
What's the ending? I'll do it myself.
Yeah. So padung na ta sa end. We have to end. Makaingon lang ko. So Snyder Cut March 18. As Filipinos, how can we watch it?
Okay. We have no HBO Max. We have no Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And we cannot.
Ang HBO Go wala na siya sa HBO Go.
I don't think it's an HBO
or
Go.
HBO Asia.
It's TV ra gyud na HBO Go, mga TV ra gyud na sa cable ra gyud na
Yeah.
siya.
And who has cable? I can't ask anyone like more.
Who has cable? Hotels do.
Have you been getting like kanang ads for the Snyder Cut that's releasing on HBO? I don't know, wala naman.
It's dying na gyud.
Yeah.
Cable is dying.
Yeah. And so makaingon na lang mi. Please, piracy is bad. We do not encourage you to go to yts.mx to download a copy of the Snyder Cut. We do not encourage you to go on Pirate Bay or anything to find a copy. So that's our stance on that.
And naman say rumors pod nga Disney Plus might be coming within this year.
Mo.
Since Raya was heavily marketed sa C audience.
And then it didn't have a
And then
platform
walay
to come
Raya
out
dire.
here.
Mong weird jigay gyud. KZ Tandingan was even marketed nga siya mo kanta nga song.
Yeah.
And then
Where
where
can I watch it?
Dani, where do I watch this?
Hindi nila pwede release sa GMA na kadang mura. Nara siya ads for Tender Juicy like in the middle.
Dagan hay kada mga text sa ubos mga dagan nga letters na logo
Raya
dire.
and the Last Dragon will return after these messages.
Yeah, Filipino dub. Imagine that. Hi. Pero eventually we might see Disney Plus within early 2021 good. Might
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, they have to market it sa C.
But they have
So
I'm not into the more streaming services, but if you want any of this content and you like it like we do, like they have to release that here eventually. Or if that's the case, mabalik na lang ko Pirate Bay. I mean,
No,
which I do not encourage.
Do not, yeah.
Do not. That's wrong. Yeah. So anyway, that was our first episode. You did it. You did it, 30.
Same to you. Thanks for talking about Zack Snyder's Part 2 and Part 3 of Justice League.
Yeah. Did we build up enough hype for the movie itself?
I think we did. And there's a lot more to talk about.
That guy over here is just shaking his head no. It's like, wow, ako na-excite ato ba? Nagyaw-yaw lang dyan mo sa sequel ni...
We were talking about the katong Part 2 and 3 nga leaks lang.
Yeah.
Which we might... Wata ka ba nga?
We'll delve into it. Maybe we'll do an episode where we react to the Snyder Cut. But yeah, there's just so much to unpack here. That's why I was like, oh man, we spent the whole thing on WandaVision, which did it...
That's the first half.
Which fucking sucked. Or
No.
you know...
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It's an alright thing. Yeah, so for like, you know, if you like this, please like and subscribe. Tell us how we could improve this. What else do you want to know? We're going to try and cover more of the pop culture hobby circles of your local Cebu/Philippine audience.
And we could even talk about anime if you want.
Yeah.
Any good animes out there that's not Naruto?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I read the entire.
You read?
Yeah, we're gonna talk games. We're gonna talk toys, kung collectors mo ana.
Yes.
Are we gonna talk hentai eventually?
Maybe.
Are we gonna talk doujin artists?
Maybe.
Yeah, we should.
But there will be more genres to talk about relating to anything geek culture.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just trying to focus more on Zack Snyder and Bayani's love for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I don't know yet. It's like I haven't met the Snyder Cut yet. It's like I'm trying to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and please post up any comments or how do you think we can improve, and what do you want us to talk about. All right.
So thank you and goodbye.